Happy New Year, guys. You're welcome to this channel once again. So for a long time we have not really talked about this, but then I believe that because of the number of questions that we've been having, emails that have been coming in, we felt it was right to just lay this out there. So for anyone that wants to ask more on this, we can actually have a fine point of focus, right? So it's about the Maldivian working system and environment. So I'm just going to start from one of the most important questions we have been receiving. What kind of visa do you need for a to come to Maldives? Basically, Maldives is a visa on arrival country, so you don't need to apply for any visa anywhere. So agents that are telling you give us money, we'll apply for visa, no. So Maldives is a visa on arrival country. You come in, you get your passport stamped, and then voila, you're in Maldives. Just get your ticket, find a place for you to stay as an accommodation. That's if you're coming in as a tourist, or if you are getting a job, you must get a job offer letter, and you must get a permission to enter from the immigration of the Maldives before you get your ticket, and then you come. So that's basically what you need to come to the Maldives. The next point of the next answer I want to give is concerning work opportunities or job opportunities. So I've seen some people that say, oh, an agent told me I should use a tourist visa to come, and then when I come they will convert my tourist visa to a job visa. Listen and listen carefully. It never works. Such agents are trying to take your hard-earned money and leave you stranded in Maldives. I mean, we've had a couple of them who came and they became stranded, and then they had to find their way back. Please and please and please, do not listen to such nonsense. Any agent that is telling you to come as a tourist, tell them no, you know better. Please get your job offer from a trusted agency. Get your employment letter from a trusted agency. Get your work entry pass. Every job comes with a work entry pass. With the work entry pass is what you use to purchase your ticket before coming to the Maldives. Please don't come to the Maldives to look for a job with a tourist visa. Maldives is not like UK or US that you can think you can come and then probably you do asylum. They will frustrate you. Please don't do that. Now to the major reason why I'm making this video, it's about the job experience as a medic. So as a medic, if you're coming to work, let's say for instance you were a doctor, if you're coming to work, there are so many things you want to consider. Number one, if you want to come with a family, I'm just going to be giving you advice based on my own perspective, because I've been here for close to 3 years now, and I've asked around and I have some people who have experienced this. So I'm giving you a robust experience, opinion. So again, it's left for you to decide what you want to do. So if you're coming here to work as a male medic, doctor, nurse, whatever, I would advise, don't come immediately with your family. Why? Because the process of onboarding, the process of settling down will be a bit cumbersome for you when you're coming with a family. For instance, if you are a doctor and then you come, most likely they'll want you to do an orientation in a regional health hospital, especially probably if most likely you will be posted to a health center in one of the local islands. Your orientation will be there. They are only responsible for you as a doctor. So however you survive with your kids and your wife will be a different challenge. It's going to be crazy, trust me. Now if you are now posted to your health center, know that you can be requested to go to another island after a while, spend like 1 month, 2 months, 3 months, as the case may be. So you're not always going to find yourself in the place forever. If you come here, you stay there for the rest of your stay. No, you could be requested to shift, you could be requested to change. Ask yourself a question: will I be able to afford that change with my family here? That is why I advise, at least give yourself 6 months, stabilize, get to understand the peculiarities of where you're working before you bring your family. Another question you're going to ask yourself: if my family comes, they are going to come here with a dependent visa. In the Maldives, there are no legal job opportunities for dependents. Get that and get that right. So if your wife is working in Nigeria, for instance, I would advise, because will she want to come here and stay idle with the kids? The decision is left for you to make. So if she cannot leave her job, or if her job is fetching her some money, I would advise, leave her in Nigeria. You come here, you hustle, and then both of you should gather your funds and train the kids in Nigeria. my advice once again. Secondly, you want to ask yourself, would it be nice if she comes to have a sedentary lifestyle here? Because basically making friends here is a bit difficult considering the language. My wife will come and join her voice on this so that you can understand what I'm trying to say. My wife is here on a dependent visa. But for us, it was quite easy for her to make that decision because at that time, she wasn't working. She was more like a YouTube content creator and a freelancer. So it was a bit easy to make that decision. So I'm just going to reiterate that if you feel that your wife is working in Nigeria, please leave her in Nigeria. And respectfully speaking, I'm saying that out of my own advice. Come here and hustle. Both of you can join funds together and then do whatever you want to do. However, if you decide that, okay, your family will join you after a while, then let me just let you know some of the things you will experience. Number one, your wife should know, that she would hold the house down, right? She's going to basically be holding the fort down because you are going to be very busy. As a doctor, I'm using as a doctor for instance, you have an 8-hour shift to work. But then, if you are the only doctor, again I said, understand the peculiarities of where you're working before bringing your family. Because if you are the only doctor in an island, which like I was for over 7 months, you are like 24 hours in the hospital. So your wife should realize that that's a possibility and then she should be ready for that kind of challenge. Secondly, think about the children, right? The schooling time in Nigeria is different. I'm speaking as a Nigerian because definitely I can identify with the Nigerian schooling system. The schooling part, the education part in Nigeria is quite different as compared to here. For instance, a child before 4 years can only be in the baby nursery, and baby nursery is about 1 to 2 hours. From 4 years to I think 5-6 years, you are either in the LKG or the UKG, which is approximately 3 hours of studies. So you go to school, you drop them for 2 hours and you come back. Before you come back, school have closed. You go 3 hours. Then from I think 6 years till I think about 9, 10, 11, they go into the grade 1, grade 2, grade 3. That's about 6 hours. So imagine the schooling time is quite different. So you have to also put that into consideration to realize that you really don't have much time in your hands and say, oh, I will drop the kids in school and blah, 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 blah. However, from 4 years and above, school is free. You don't pay school fees. That's the only good thing. You don't pay school fees. So schooling is free. You just have to buy the books and whatnot and the little stationaries. But before 4 years, you're going to be paying school fees of about, I think about $20, I think. $20, yeah. Per month. You pay per month, $20. So roughly that's about 40,000 naira every month. That's what you'll be paying for school fees before the age of 4 years. So that's about if you want to bring your family here. Also realize that with family here, you're going to spend more on food because food here is quite expensive. So, and the kind of food you're going to be eating here will be different. But then compare it to if you're staying here alone. So you see, but with family, you have to get them the full course. You have to find yourself probably ordering food from the capital if your island does not really have much of food, varieties. So these are the little things that you need to consider when bringing your family over. I hope I will tell her to come and then shed more light on this topic. I mean the family aspect of it, because this is her shoes, so she know where it pains her the most. So I'm going to be dealing on other things. Now that option was if the person coming to work is a man. If the person coming to work is a woman, now the tides have changed. It's a bit different. Realize that the goal here is to work. Yeah, you came here to work, so nothing should force that. So if you're the lady and you have kids, I would advise you, best thing best, don't even think about bringing your family. Just leave them in Nigeria. Probably with your parents, with your husband if need be. Because if they come here, realize that, of course, taking care of kids, the way God has structured it, the women have more responsibilities in taking care of kids, while we men are just there to oversee and also to help put a helping hand in finance and stuff like that. So that's how the way God structured it. And of course, children are more tilted to their mothers than their fathers. So, and biologically speaking, you understand what I'm trying to say. So it's going to be much more demanding for you as a woman. You have to cook, you have to take care of the kids. So just better leave them in Nigeria and then come here to hustle. Secondly, if you have a baby, don't even think of bringing, because you're not going to have the time to take care of that baby. My advice is, if you cannot leave them in Nigeria, please don't come. Because I understand that some people want to be like, I want to be with my baby, I want to be with my family. I understand that some people might even want to be family oriented, but then the case is, there are some things that shouldn't be done, There's some things that shouldn't be done. So please, my advice is this. Then thirdly, if as a lady you are thinking, oh, my family plan, I want to get pregnant and whatnot, I want my family to come here. Ha! I can only advise. Because some people say, I'll come here and give birth and then my child will have citizenship. There is no citizenship opportunity for you to. There is no advantage for you to give birth to the Maldives. There's no Maldivian passport. There's nothing. There's nothing you stand to gain. The only thing you gain is that you're going to be with your husband. Chicken and body. As far as what the country can give you, no, there is not like that. Now you're going to be faced with, pregnancy cravings for those of us, those people who may have pregnancy cravings. And trust me, as a Nigerian breed, your pregnancy cravings will not be Farata or Roshi. You understand? Anyway, on a very serious note, so those things could be crazy. And then if peradventure you give birth here, the process of securing documents for your child, there is no embassy for Nigeria here in the Maldives. So you have to now start looking for how you transport yourself without a document with a child to India or Malaysia to go and get a document for your child and then start coming back. Please, I beg you in the name of God, just leave family raising or maybe starting a family here in the Maldives. It's not nice, and it's going to cost you more. So that's the best advice from one friend to another.
Yeah, I'm here.
Yeah. So you have to come.
My husband has said a lot and has covered a lot of questions and concerns. So I'm just going to talk about the social life. If you are the type that can't do without going out, jiving, you're an extrovert, God, please just stay back, because you live a sedentary life, like he said, you're going to be most of the time indoors. There are nothing for you to be exposed to apart from the beaches, of course, and the park for your children. So there is no social life yet per se. That's driving what you want. So please, if you know that you can't cope with that, just stay back. But if you're an introvert, normally for Nigeria, they even send person, you day house 247. This might be a good place for you. You wouldn't mind, you can come. That's about that.
Just to add, there are no churches here, for those of us who are Christians.
We talked about it. You could check other videos.
We'll just put the links to our other videos concerning Maldives, right? And I think it's best to say that basically what we have said now is about talking from the island perspective. We live in a local island, right? Some of our friends have been privileged to be posted to major cities. So their idea or their realities may be a bit different in terms of exposure, in terms of hands-on on varieties of things to do.
I think it's best we differentiate that.
But then generally speaking, they still wherever they are, the same concept still applies. That man, know your family structure. Woman, know your family structure. These are the things. The only thing that differ in this whole lifestyle is probably food, access to basic amenities, access to maybe better and quality education, aside from that, the whole idea of the working experience is the same. And then, and just to add something else, some people say, oh, my spouse will come, and then when they come, they will find a job, and then when they find a job, we'll stay together.
They'll prostitute one another.
Take for instance, they find a job. Take for instance, my wife wants to get a job now. And then her specialty is education. She wants to be a teacher. Now, by the time she applies for the job take for instance, she gets a job in the city. What that means is she has to convert from her dependent visa to a work visa. So what that will do is she has to leave this country, go to probably a nearby country. She has to exit this country, go to a nearby country, and then come in. Back. By the time she's coming in, she's going to come in with the employment letter of her new employer, and then they'll convert her dependent visa into a work visa. So you have to.
They might post her.
Yes,
they might post me.
They might post it to another place. So the whole idea, the concept of having a job and then staying together as a family will be a bit defeated. So I don't know if we have more things to talk about.
I think you've covered pretty much.
Yeah.
everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, the concerns we had through their emails and
Yeah.
everything. So if you have, eventually you have any other question, you could drop it and probably could answer or do a video to elaborate.
Yes.
You know,
We'll be glad to. We'll be glad to.
Yes.
So once again, stay safe, guys. Don't fall for
Don't
fake.
shalaye.
Don't shalaye. So, who thought of that? Don't shalaye. Don't fall for.
You taught me shalaye. You're a PG master.
So guys, don't fall for fake agents. There are a lot there.
I just say agents.
I said
agents. Agents. It's agents. Say agent. Say agent.
agents.
No, you're saying agent. Say agent.
I said agents.
Good job. Yeah. So yeah. Yes. So yeah, if you have any questions, do well to. We'll be doing more of Maldivian lifestyle content.
Yes.
By the grace of God.
We're here to help.
Yes. Peace out. Bye.
Bye, guys.